What is going on, guys? Miles here, back again with another video, and last night David von der Haar released the Black Ops 3 beta patch notes on Reddit, which have been just released for the Xbox One beta and apparently were made for the PlayStation beta a couple of days ago, but the patch notes themselves have just been released today, and it's affected a ton of weapons as well as the specialist weapons too. Starting off the MAA7, it's got an increased time in between bursts and has increased upward recoil pattern, which this was kind of expected, as the MAA7 was one of the best guns in the game without a doubt, along with like the Man of War. But it's been nerfed in two ways. Hopefully it's still like a viable weapon and it hasn't been nerfed into the ground, but if you guys are using the Xbox One beta, be sure to let me know how the M8 and other guns have changed. And if they're still like decent weapons, quote unquote. But next we have the Drakon, which I believe is the semi-auto sniper rifle, and it has an increased recoil as well as an increased fire rate, and hitting an enemy in the upper chest no longer one-hit kills. Neck up does one-hit kill, which is seems a bit underpowered now for a sniper rifle. I mean, you have to get like a neck shot to one-hit kill, and a chest shot won't one-hit kill. That seems a bit underpowered, but it's got an increased fire rate, so maybe it's more balanced out now. And the increased recoil, I'm not sure how the recoil was before, and therefore I don't really know if it should have had an increased recoil, but that's probably gonna be a little bit irritating. But maybe it'll recoil to the head, which will be like perfect, because for getting those easy kills. But next up we have the Razorback, which says here it used to kill 4 shots up to 100. No. It used to kill 4 shots out to 1250 units, which is a measurement of range, and now should only kill 4 shots out to 800. Anything beyond 800 will take 5 shots to kill, which is quite a big nerf, I think. They've reduced the range quite a lot, so you're going to be expecting like 5 bullet kills more often now instead of 4 bullet kills. And with that, it's also had slightly increased recoil, but I didn't really notice the change in recoil on the beta, not gonna lie. And for reference, 850 units is the length of that bridge on Hunted, it says here. So that's like not too far, and anything beyond 800 will be a 5-hit kill. So that's gonna be interesting to see the Razorback in the full game release, because I don't think it's gonna be one of like the top weapons anymore, and that's a little bit of a shame. But next we have the HVK, which is an assault rifle, I believe, and it says the hips sorry, the hip spread size is a little smaller. I actually never used this weapon during the beta period, so I'm not actually sure how good it was, but I heard it wasn't great, which is why I didn't bother giving it a shot. But yeah, it's got a slight buff, but I'm not sure if that's gonna like be a deal breaker or anything. I don't think that's going to have a huge impact on the actual gun. Okay, I just need a drink there. But next off we have the Vesper, which is, I love this gun, it was so fun to use, but it used to kill 4 shots up to 350 units, and now should only kill in 4 shots out to 300 units. Anything beyond 300 units will be a 5-shot kill. That's a really big shame, to be honest, because I love the Vesper and I didn't even think it was that overpowered. Like, I'd say the Razorback was so much more powerful, and basically all of the ARs, but it's a shame to see it nerfed a bit, and 300 range is very little, and so basically you're going to be expecting a 5-shot kill all the time now. But it does have an insane fire rate, so hopefully it's not going to be too big of an issue. The range was only reduced by like 50 units, which is a small percentage, but still, it's a shame to see it get nerfed. Next up we have the Haymaker, which is the fully auto shotgun, I believe, and it had a fire rate increased by about 10%, so it should take roughly 2.25 seconds to empty the standard magazine, which is insanely fast. But I don't think I saw anyone ever use this shotgun on the beta, and I don't think it was because of the rate of fire. I think that shotgun should have been buffed by like damage or something, because yeah, I didn't see anybody use it, and I don't think it's very good, because I saw a clip of it on YouTube and it looked tragically bad. But next up we have the KRM, which is another shotgun. I think it's the pump action one, and its up close damage has been increased, but its long range damage has been decreased. So That's interesting. It says should never cause a non-lethal hit within 250 units, which is I'm gonna assume like that's a third of the bridge on Hunted, so that's not very far anyway. And damage at a further distance being reduced, and it can't one-hit kill as far out, even when aimed down sights. And the last weapon patch we had is the XR2, which is the free burst assault rifle. It's like level 34, I want to say, but I'm not too sure. It's in the 30s, and it's had its delay between bursts reduced by a frame, which is a very slight change, but sure. I mean, that gun wasn't very good in the first place, so a slight buff to it might have been a good idea, but whatever. Next up we have all the specialists. These are quite interesting. We have the kinetic armor, which lasts 7 seconds instead of 5, which I'm not a fan of. I did not like the kinetic armor. I never used it. It annoyed me when other people used it, but 5 seconds was a very short time, to be honest, and 7 seconds, I guess that's not too bad. I mean, it's still quite annoying, but whatever. I mean, it was probably underpowered in the first place. Next up we have the active camo, which now lasts 5 seconds instead of 4. For those of you who don't know, that's the level 40 specialist, which kind of makes you almost invisible for a short period of time. Once again, I never used it. Don't think I will either. I mean, it's been buffed by like 25%, but still, I don't really think it's worth. I'd rather use like the minigun, which is a lot more fun and probably more powerful and stuff like that. But next up we have glitch, which now takes 2 full minutes to earn with no score, up from 1.5 minutes. So you're gonna need a little bit extra like score to sort of get that glitch, and it travels back 700 units, down from 800. So the distance you teleport is a little bit less, and the time it takes to get is a little bit longer, which is a bit of a shame because I didn't think glitch was super overpowered, and I thought if you used it at the right time, like tactically, it was really good, and if you used it at the bad time, it's terrible. So I'm quite surprised to see it get nerfed, and honestly a little bit disappointed. But I mean, the nerf is not too huge because usually you don't wait the full time to get the glitch streak. You kind of get score in between, so it was quite fast to get anyway. And the 700 units down from 800, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal breaker, but once again it's a little nerf and it's quite sad to see. But next up we have vision pulse, which has had a decreased range to 1,400 units, down from 1,600. I think that's quite bad also, because the vision pulse wasn't very good in the first place because it revealed you on the radar when you used it. So I'm not sure why they decreased the range on it, but okay, that's a little bit odd. But I guess if you don't use your radar, it was quite OP, but I mean, you probably should use the radar. And the Ripper has been buffed, as it now takes 2 minutes to earn with no score, down from 3 minutes, which is honestly quite a significant amount of time, especially if like you're getting score and stuff in between. That's going to be quite quick to get it, and it also lasts for 20 seconds if no attacks are made, up from 15 seconds, which once again 33% buff. I didn't use that thing, I wasn't too interested. It's if you don't know, it's the thing where like you have the knives and you have increased melee range and stuff like that. I wasn't too interested in that, but whatever. Moving on to the Tempest, which is quite commonly used. The beam now has a slightly smaller width, so you have to be more precise to hit enemies, and the time in death cam after being killed is now 2.5 seconds, down from 3, which is that's a bit of a weird patch. But the slightly smaller width might have an impact on the actual use of the gun, but whatever. Moving on to the speed bursts. You now stays on when moving at full speed for 5.5 seconds, up from 5, so that's a 10% buff on the speed burst. That was really good to use in uplink, and buffing it might not be a great idea because of that, but I definitely know it was very underused in other game modes like Domination or TDM, but in uplink that thing was very good, and it's been buffed, so it's going to be insane now in uplink. I can tell. Moving on to the War Machine, the clip size is now 6, down from 8, which is good because I didn't like that thing. It was so annoying to get killed by the War Machine because that thing was really powerful. And the explosion radius has been slightly reduced, so Hopefully you're not going to die from it frequently now, which I like to see. That's a good thing. Moving on to Rejack, which is the final patch. It now takes a free full minutes to earn with no score, down from 2 minutes, up from 2 minutes. So it takes an extra full minute to earn without scoring out, which is pretty crazy. But that thing was crazy overpowered in the first place, and the animation time to get up from the Rejack has been increased from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. So I don't know if you can get shot in that animation time, but that's quite a big increase. That's a 50% increase. But also, if you guys didn't know, I made another video on this, but if you die and use Rejack now, you lose all your progression to score streaks, which is really good, I think. I mean, it reduces the amount of people that are going to be using that thing, but still, the Rejack is probably going to be super overpowered in Search and Destroy. But that's it for the Black Ops 3 patch notes. It's quite a long video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and stuck through it. Be sure to like the video so more people will be aware of it, and subscribe for more Black Ops 3 content and to be notified when I upload videos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.